This past Sunday, we started off with a couple of our favorite Godly Play stories, and I thought I'd just share a little bit with you so that perhaps you might want to wander with your children this week as well. The pre-K class heard the story of how the church tells time, the circle of the church year. The church tells time with color, which is great. We use this calendar or clock that hangs in all of our classrooms as a way to illustrate and give a visual for that for the children. It includes the three great times. There's Christmas, the mystery of Christmas, the mystery of Easter, and then Pentecost, which is really hot because that's when the church was born and the Holy Spirit came down. We talk about the times for getting ready for the mystery of Christmas, which is Advent, and that's the color of purple. Another purple that they find on the calendar is the time for getting ready for the mystery of Easter. And there's 6 Sundays. So the mystery of Easter must be bigger than the mystery of Christmas. And I often say, how can anything be bigger than Christmas? And that's the beginning of when we try to have a little counterculture by introducing the idea that Easter is a much bigger mystery than Christmas, even though the commercial world has made Christmas like the ultimate. We really know that the ultimate was Easter. In fact, Easter is so great, it can't be contained. It overflows for 6 more white Sundays until we get to Pentecost, where the Holy Spirit came. And then green, we have more green than anything. Green is for growing, green growing Sundays, and that's what we're in right now. And we point out, in case you don't know this, not everybody does, how to know where we are on the calendar. And I tell the children they can read every Sunday on the bulletin. This past one, we were in the 11th Sunday after Pentecost. So we start with Pentecost, and then we count 11 Sundays back, and we move, and we're headed toward Christmas. But we got to get ready with that bit. And then we have the green in between Christmas and Lent. So maybe you want, as a family, to start noticing these colors. The colors change in the church. We point that out to the children. We change our altar cloths just like our priests and change their vestments. And it also just mark nature, how it's changing. The church knew we needed these seasons. We need all of these seasons to help. We need the seasons for getting ready, certainly. We need the seasons for celebrating the great mysteries and marking that point in time. And then we need the green growing seasons. Here's a little visual you might want to have at home if you don't want a great big calendar like this. This is a paper plate calendar with marking the colors, and then it has the months as well. Children also want to find out where Halloween is and Valentine's Day, and you can add those to there and talk about the difference of those kind of times and these kind of times. This is a beautiful calendar. If anybody uses paper calendars anymore, Salt of the Earth, which instead of monthly, it has it by the seasonal aspect. So there's Advent, which is the beginning of the church calendar. It starts in Advent, not January the 1st. And then a whole period for the 2 weeks of Christmas that we go through, and so on and so on. This is a beautiful one. They put it out every year. I purchased them, so if you need information, let me know. And then if you really want to get into it with some older kids, there's some really cool material now coming out. There's a lot of rich resources available, but this is from Mod Lit, and it really has some great way to break down, look at the feast days. We'll be talking about some of those in the upcoming fall, and it's just a lot of comfort that we can continually come back to these times, and that they're there when we need them. So I encourage you to think about time in a circle and not a line. That's the way we teach it in Godly Play.